Well, today we are gonna do a demonstration related to the Wild Explorer, how we can use the Pywaterml package with different wide workflow web services. The Wild Explorer has the ability to connect to the Pywaterml and also to create dynamic Python notebooks that can be opened in Google Colab. So we're going to explore some of that abilities of the Wild Explorer. And so we're going to explore a little bit what's the Pywaterml package, just a brief description of it. So let's do it. So in this case, before we have been importing or creating customizable catalogs, right, with different servers on it. However, in this time, I just created a Wild Explorer called Playground. I have a group called Google Collabs. I imported the Calvin. The Calvin, it's a web service that it's in Quasi actually. It's registered in the G Central from Quasi, and we see that we have documentation of the package. I have it open over here, but we see the documentation of the package that we're about to use. If we have questions related to it, I'm gonna open this really brief. I'm gonna reference it later, so just be patient. Also, we have a collaborative, which is this one as well. So this collaborative is just a brief tutorial of how you can use the Pywaterml. I'm gonna stay on this page for a moment just to explain clear what's the Pywaterml. Pywaterml allows to connect to different software-oriented architectures, like which is Quasi, GIS, and which is the WHO's from the World Meteorological Organization. The Pywaterml allows you to connect to Wild OneFlow services and to use the Wild OneFlow web service methods from these web services, which are the get sites to retrieve all the sites, get sites info to retrieve information about a site, get values to retrieve the time series, observation values for a specific site and for a specific variable inside that site. And also we have all the others that are like are an addition from the Pywaterml. For example, get sites by variable allows you to get just the variables, no, just the sites that contains I don't know, let's say precipitation or any variable that you desire, which is in that service. Then you can get interpolation for missing values. You can also get monthly averages for the time series values, and also you can do some clustering related to the monthly averages. You get these in three formats. The response of all of these methods, you get it in three formats: XML, JSON, and CSV. So now we are gonna go here to Calvin, the description, bear my description, and we have the analysis resources. So we open the chose SR10. All of these ones are not the same. They are named the same. However, the variable code of each one of them and also the units of each one of these variables are different. So they are different variables. We're gonna choose the first one and let's download it. And we are downloaded Python notebook for it. So let's get it. However, it's important to explain to you that this is the Python notebook is gonna work with the index. So this is the index 0, this is index 1 and 2. So I chose the site with the index 1, so the second site, and I choose index 0, so the first variable. So I just saved that. I have it here, and I'm gonna be, and it's this one because I already downloaded it. So we are gonna open it. I wanna open it with Colab. So we see that we have it here with the name. We have that. We see that the variable is 0, site is 1, We have the packages installed already. We can do visualization from it. We just have that variable. We can get information about the sites. And I'm gonna take this as an example, right? If I put here get site, we can go to the documentation to know how to use it and look for that variable, which is get sites info, which is this one. So we need a full site code. The default format is JSON. So we come here. We come here and we see that we put that. We're getting this in JSON and we are converting into a data frame. We see the data values here. We see a nice graph as well here. We can say that the max is 2000. We have the quarters, the medium, and the minimum, which is pretty useful for basic data exploring. Then we have the extra functionality methods, in which we get sites by a bounding box. We get size filtered by variables. As I say, we're using the first one. In this case, interpolations. And we're also doing clustering. And we can see that we can see the time series for each one of the clusterings. So that's also monthly averages. So we can see that we can do that for each different site and variable. So we can create a collab notebook or a Python notebook. These ones are customizable, which means that you can change it whatever you want. You can open it as well in Jupyter Notebook. So if you're familiar with the Jupyter Quasi, you can open it there, or you can open it in a local instance of Jupyter Notebook in your computer. So that's something that the Pywaterml allows inside the collaborative or inside the Python notebook. But this is also something that the Wired Explorer allows the users to do, which is download Python notebooks for further analysis. And also, it's important to notice that the app is created with the Pywaterml. Thank you.